When cheating turns cruelty. Let me tell you something about relationships that people don't talk about enough. Sometimes when a man is involved with another woman, the first sign isn't that he becomes distant. Sometimes he becomes mean. And I'm not talking about one bad day, I'm talking about a pattern. He starts picking fights over nothing. He suddenly tells you that you're nagging, you're too demanding, you are insecure, you are crazy. And somehow every legitimate question you ask becomes a problem. Why does this happen? Because sometimes a person needs to make you the villain in their own mind so they can justify what they are doing. If he can convince himself that you're the problem, then he doesn't have to see himself as the person who is betraying you. He becomes the victim. And you become the reason he's supposedly looking for peace somewhere else. So he starts attacking your character little by little. He points out your flaws and criticizes the way you speak, the way you dress, the way you react, the way you ask questions. Until you start questioning yourself, you start thinking, maybe I am the problem, maybe I'm too sensitive, maybe I'm asking for too much. And before you realize what's happening, you're apologizing for things you didn't even do. But here's something important. Asking questions in a relationship doesn't automatically make you insecure. Sometimes you're responding to a behavior that has genuinely changed, and your intuition may simply be telling you something isn't right. But perhaps the most dangerous part is because when you're repeatedly criticized and your own reality, your self-esteem can slowly disappear eventually, and you stop asking whether you're being respected. You start asking whether you're worthy of respect. And that's where you have to pause. Because love should not require you to compete. You shouldn't have to beg someone to treat you with basic respect you deserve. And you certainly shouldn't have to destroy yourself trying to keep someone who has already decided to disrespect you. And then something interesting happens. The moment he realizes you're actually pulling away, he changes. Suddenly he's sorry. He has the words you have been waiting for months to hear. I love you. I will change. It won't happen again. Please give me another chance. And sometimes that apology is genuine, but sometimes he's not remorseful. It's just maintenance. It's an attempt to repair the relationship just enough to keep you from leaving. The apologies and then the same behavior all over again. So here's the question I want you to ask yourself. Are you being loved enough, or you are constantly being managed? Are you being respected, or you are being manipulated into staying? Because there's a difference between someone making a mistake and someone creating a pattern. You don't have to prove your worth to someone who keeps making you feel worthless. You don't have to compete for love, and you don't have to lose yourself just to keep a relationship alive. Remember this, disrespect doesn't stop because you finally become good enough. It stops when boundaries are established, and when you're willing to walk away from what repeatedly violates them. And if you're listening to this right now, and something in your relationship feels familiar, don't immediately accuse or assume, but don't ignore your feelings either. Look at the patterns and behavior, whether there is honesty, accountability, consistency, and respect. Because love isn't just what someone says when they're afraid of losing you. This is your reminder. Never lose yourself trying to keep someone who refuses to treat you with love and respect.